Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today it's about new bundles for BlizzCon. They went live in the World of Warcraft shop on Wednesday evening. There's a World of Warcraft BlizzCon package. There are packages for pretty much all other Blizzard games. And there's a big bundle where you get all the items for a reduced price. What it's all about and what content is included, I'll show you in this video. If you like, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And with that, let's get started. A lot of people might not notice, but you can't see the other packages in World of Warcraft. For that, you have to go to the battle.net launcher or the Blizzard website, so let's take a look at it there. So here we have the BlizzCon package for World of Warcraft. What's important to mention is that you only get the specific items listed here. There isn't any kind of BlizzCon streaming pass or anything else included with it. That has to be paid for separately. As we can see here, there are 3 items. There's also an Ultimate Edition, which adds a 4th item, but you'll see that in a moment. First, we have Xal'atath, a bunny mount, which I honestly find very, very cool. I have to say, that's nice. So it's a rabbit with this void touch, and of course the name already hints at it. This is a rabbit that imitates Xal'atath a bit. You can see it here from the jewelry it's wearing back here on this saddle decoration and so on. So cool mount, I really like it. And if you take a look, it's currently not available for individual purchase. I don't know if it will ever be available. For example, I think this ship was also a BlizzCon mount at some point. Maybe it will come later, but for now, it's definitely not available. That's for sure. Along with that, we have the Pole of the Dawnfire Phoenix. That's a housing item, which is actually really cool. You can see here there's a phoenix sitting on the staff. It doesn't fall down, it doesn't turn to ash, but into a small feather. And from that, a little mini phoenix emerges. And then it sits up there and grows big again. I think that's really cute. This mini phoenix wins me over. I would love to have it as a pet. Blizzard, please make it happen. It's really adorable. And then we have the Robe of the Morningfire Phoenix. That's a transmog, also in this phoenix style, consisting of a helmet, a cloak, and shoulders. I have to say, I actually like this set overall. But I think it's a real shame that they didn't bother to include the rest of the set. I think these sets that only consist of 3 pieces are there just aren't any items in this game that match it 100%. That makes the whole thing a bit difficult. So I don't know, it would have been awesome if they had completed the set, but oh well. All in all, this package costs 30 euros. It is now available for purchase for 67 days. That means roughly until the end of September. If you want it, get it. If not, then don't. And right now it's raining into my place. I have my window open. Unpleasant, but we're pushing through. We also see that for every other game that's more or less active right now, except for Heroes of the Storm and StarCraft, there are additional bundles. We saw the World of Warcraft bundle. We have the Overwatch BlizzCon bundle. It consists of this skin here. I assume these will be legendary skins. Yeah, Lich King May legendary skin. There's also a firearm with a Frostmourne design. Here, this looks a bit like Arthas's helmet. And then there's this, I think they were sprays, right? Graffiti. You also get that for 35 euros. There's also a bundle for Diablo 4 here. A super cute otter here. It's called Stream Snout Pad, the Indigo Cat Mount, and the Escape Proof Mount Armor. So you get an otter, you get a kitty, and you get armor for mounts. Yeah, so far so good. Then there's also a bundle for Diablo Immortal that only costs 25 euros. I'll be honest, I was actually a fan of this game at first, but I haven't played it for a very long time. Here you can see 5 in-game items. Rhyme data, familiar transmog, so a transmog. Seekers of Riddle Riddergrove. I have no idea what that is. Oh, it's a portal. 20 legendary crests, 10 telluric pearls, and Mother's Lament 2-star. And legendary gem, so a 2-star legendary, which even back when I used to play, I think there are up to 5 stars, so I don't think it's that big a deal. But here it's mainly about these legendary crests, etc., etc. And then, last but not least, we have a Hearthstone bundle. As you can see here, there are 5 packs. You get this card, plus you get a card back in the matching design. Yeah. It doesn't look bad. I don't know if I would spend 25 euros on it, though. So, just from the first impression, I think the WoW bundle gives you some of the best value for money when you consider that mounts alone already cost 25 euros. But it is what it is. And then at the end, we have the BlizzCon Ultimate Bundle or the Ultimate Collection. Whatever, call it what you want. Here you get even more items on top. And you can continue to satisfy your collector's passion. We see here in World of Warcraft there's a Murloc pet styled like Xal'atath, and that's important to mention. You only get this pet if you buy the $50 version. So if you play all the other games as well, you theoretically get all these bundles, which together would cost $140 or euros for just 50. Whether it's worth the price is up to each person, but it's comparatively cheap. However, if you only play WoW and just want this pet, you end up paying 20 euros extra for this pet. We can see here for Diablo 4, there are also mount decorations that you can attach to the side. That's included as an extra. In Diablo Immortal, there's an extra player portrait. In Overwatch, there's an extra player icon and banner. And in Hearthstone, instead of 5, you get 10 standard packs in this Ultimate Collection. As I said, whether it's worth it for you in the end is something everyone has to decide for themselves. I think everyone watching these videos is old enough. Use your brain, do what you want. Have fun with this bundle or with these bundles, whatever you end up buying. Feel free to write in the comments what you think about these things. And with that, thank you, see you in the next video, and take care.